Oh, it's bad in Los Angeles, ladies and gentlemen. My Lakers are awful. Have you seen us? Oh, tell me, NBA Nation, lately, have you seen us? Oh, we're bad. One of the worst teams in the NBA. The Lakers are, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the 5 worst teams in the NBA. They even made a little bit of history. There have now been 2 instances in NBA history where a team with 2 former MVPs on it lost by 25 points at home to a team with a losing record. Both times they've happened this season, both times involving Russell Westbrook and LeBron James. They did it in December against the Spurs, and last night they did it against the New Orleans Pelicans. Oh, they awful against the Pelicans. Nobody was good for the Lakers. Not Russell Westbrook, not LeBron James, and not street clothes. I'm with you, Charles Barkley. I'm calling them street clothes from now on. Anthony Davis. Last night was rock bottom for my Los Angeles Lakers. That is rock bottom for so many different reasons, right? The New Orleans Pelicans are having an awful season. Have you watched the Pelicans play back? Now, they're playing better as of late since TJ has gotten to New Orleans, to be fair. He's been balling. Overall, the Pelicans are a bad basketball team. They should be bad. They're missing their best player, right? They're missing their best piece. So put that right there. The Lakers had aspirations of getting some rest, coming out of All-Star Weekend and making a push at this thing. So many media members were like, yo, if the Lakers get healthy, they're still one of the top 3 threats out west. What the heck were those people talking about? I've been telling y'all for months the Lakers were bad. I've been telling y'all for months the Lakers were awful. And last night was rock bottom. Anthony Davis in street clothes, where he's been pretty much the bulk of the last 2 years, while the Lakers are playing ball, Anthony Davis is on the bench watching. Anthony Davis watching the Lakers, his new team, where he has won a championship, to give him credit, watching his new team get beat by his old team, and his replacement, for all intents and purposes, wasn't even there. Zion, obviously former number 1 overall pick, like AD, was expected to be the heir apparent to Anthony Davis in New Orleans. He ain't even played. As a matter of fact, the lesser talent, Brandon Ingram, who actually got traded for Anthony Davis, is playing better ball than AD this year because he's there. I can't even go into stats because BI is available for his team. Anthony Davis is not. Anthony Davis watched the Lakers get booed. LeBron trying all he can at this point in his career to try to make something out of nothing with this team. But the reality is LeBron can no longer be your number 1. If LeBron is your number 2, I believe you can compete for a Western Conference finals appearance. If LeBron is your number 3, you're probably competing for championships. You're probably winning championships. But trying to make LeBron be a number 1 at this point in his career is just simply unreasonable. It's simply unrealistic, and it's kind of unfair to the king. Anthony Davis is supposed to be the number 1, but he ain't available. Russell Westbrook turning the ball over left and right. DeAndre Jordan and threw the ball so far in the stands. Oh, Lord. They didn't waive DeAndre Jordan after the game. He was so bad, they let him go right after the game and signed DJ Augustine. They released him. His pass was so bad. That's why he never plays, by the way. I'm not sure if DeAndre Jordan's going to ever get back in the league, by the way. He is so bad. Oh, man. Carmelo Anthony had an average game, but overall, he ain't been great. He started out hot. Ain't been great. He ain't been great. Taylor Horton-Tucker. If I hear the name Taylor Horton-Tucker or Kendrick Nunn ever again, I don't ever want to hear those 2 names again. The Lakers have made some mistakes this offseason or the previous offseason, and hopefully they're able to fix them this offseason. Oh, man, what an awful team. A collection of talent that nobody wanted, and LeBron James and street clothes. That's what the Lakers are. A collection of talent that nobody wanted, LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And Anthony Davis don't want great health, and LeBron is too focused on Hollywood. What an awful team. What an piss-poor, awful team the Lakers are. And I hope it gets worse. I just hope we keep tanking. I hope it gets so bad for the Lakers that they're forced to make changes. Like, I hope it's so bad that people look at the Lakers as a laughing stock going into next season. I don't even want the Lakers to consider running it back next year with Russell Westbrook. I want it to get so bad that they make some wholesale changes and find a way to keep Malik Monk, because Malik is free after this year and he's about to get paid, and the Lakers don't got the money to keep him. I hope it gets so bad for the Lakers they make wholesale changes to the point where nobody's untradeable. You heard me. Nobody, from Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Russell Westbrook on down. I hope nobody is invincible this offseason. even Frank Vogel, and I like Vogel a lot. I want Frank Vogel to be my coach of the Lakers going forward because I love his defensive principles. His defense has been really bad this year, but I'll let that be an anomaly because even when the Lakers were struggling over the last year or so, the defense was still really good randomly. So I want to keep Vogel, but even I can't go to bat with the season that Frank Vogel has had. This many rotations, it's really bad. And I think Frank Vogel's a really good coach in this league. So I'm going to try my best to look past this awful season that Vogel has had. If he gets fired, it happens. If not, I'm trying to look past it, and I'm trying to give all the blame to Rob Pelinka and them Rambuses in the front office. That's what I'm trying to do. But boy, is it hard. We have put together so many lineups on the court. They went with a ridiculous, nasty lineup last night. I think the lineup was Braun, Reeves, Ariza, Dwight, and Brody. I think that was the lineup that they started with. Just throwing out random lineups. They don't even make sense. They just had Stanley, Braun, Brody, AD, and whoever that they put in at the guard a couple weeks ago. Melo was in the starting lineup. And Malik not even in the lineup. How does Malik Monk not be a starter for the Lakers right now? How? They can't score the basketball. I just so many different things where I could just y'all don't want to get me started. I'm sorry. I can do this all night about my Lakers. I'm just going to end this video while I'm ahead. Lakers are awful. They lost to the Pelicans. They deserve everything that they're getting this year because that is an awfully put together team. And this is what happens when an awful team plays basketball. They stink.